where Jennifer is, and Jennifer, get away from the net so they don't hurt you. Hit your poles. And slowly come back up. Yeah, floating. Hey Jennifer, what did we catch here before? What things have we found in our net before?
We have found brown algae.
Uh-huh.
We found salad. We found clams.
Salad.
Salad.
Sea lettuce.
Sea lettuce, sorry.
Okay, so you found some grass.
Yeah.
And looks like little chopped up pieces of what?
We found sea glass.
Okay, so you found some sea glass.
Yeah.
Excellent. So glass that has gotten into the water and just tumbled around.
Yes.
We found lots of that last week.
It is, look, there's like something there.
Why don't you bring it up here so I can see?
I mean, it's like nothing out of the blue. There's things that are in here. What is
Maybe a
that?
comb jelly? Maybe. I don't know.
What is that? That's
I think it's just a bubble.
yeah, it could be
Yeah, it's just a bubble.
No, this. I'm talking about this.
Where?
Right here.
The bubbles?
That.
This? It's just little pieces of seaweed,
Oh.
maybe. Or just actually, this is probably just little bits of a leaf that got into the water.
What?
Right? And how would the leaves get into the water? Because there are no trees there.
Runoff, Smith.
From runoff from what?
The trees we have here on the side.
Okay, so there's trees, obviously, all throughout the Raritan watershed. And how do their leaves make their way into the Raritan Bay then?
Maybe when it storms, the wind is so forceful that it'll end up in the water.
Okay, so leaves could come off of the trees. You also had this whole time period, you had lots of leaves down because it just turned into spring.
So it's full.
Right, so fall, the leaves fell, and they've made their way through rain and runoff into the Raritan, and then they came out into the Raritan Bay. Good. Why don't we clean our net off, and then you can go join the other groups that are working on their test kits. All right, so quickly just rinse it off. Shaky, shaky, shaky. And flip it over. Flip, flip, flip. Shake, 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 and then roll it up. And I'm gonna meet you back up at the top with the other people that are testing. So unfortunately, guys, they did not catch anything except for a little bit of leaves. I know this comes as a big surprise to you since the other class can catch 35 million fish in one net, and you guys can't.
I never caught a fish in my life. It's my fault.
I know. I think it might be Sean's fault, guys.
I never caught a fish in my life. I tried to.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. All right, so what tests have you done so far?
We've done dissolved oxygen, nitrate, pH, turbidity, and temperature. We need phosphate.
All right, so for temperature, you have 10.
Yeah.
10 Fahrenheit, 10 Celsius. Celsius, okay, so make sure that you're using your units. All right, so for nitrates, you found nothing. So 0 parts per million or parts per trillion? What are we
Parts per
working?
million.
Okay, good.
And the pH, we got 8.
Okay,
That's
and you're still working on the phosphate.
Yeah, we're doing the phosphate right now. That one's phosphate.
Your measurements here. We have the pH, right? Good. And you got nothing. Okay, good. Nice. You might not have fully dissolved this one, right? Look in here. You still have little bits of pills, and that may change your data. So make sure you wait to write down everything until everything is dissolved. So you keep on shaking. You keep shaking. Inverting your test tube.
Looking.
And you keep looking. Now, why would it be a bad thing that you have no nitrates? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
It's It's actually a good thing.
It's a good thing. Okay, now what? But why?
Because nitrates and phosphates are nutrients, and if the nutrients get into the water, they can cause algal blooms, and that will it takes up all the oxygen because it doesn't allow photosynthesis for the other plants in the water.
Okay, and then so when you have that algae bloom, like he was saying, what then happens with all that the subaquatic vegetation? Remember we were talking about?
They release their CO2 because they die.
Right. So they're CO2, they're dying, and what is coming in? What's coming in to eat up all those things that are dying?
Decomposers.
Decomposers. So those decomposers are coming in, and they are spewing out lots of CO2, and they're using up every last bit of it. So what do we call that zone?
Dead zone.
The dead zone. It's a dead zone, and we are testing this because obviously in the state they cannot monitor every single spot within every watershed. So what we do is we track our data, we submit it to different sites, and we keep track. And we can change drastically. So I'm going to come back to you and see what you got for phosphate, but I can see already that there is a slight blue. On right now.
So far we did dissolved oxygen,
We're waiting 5 minutes.
nitrate, and phosphate, and we just did phosphorus like right now. So we gotta wait a couple minutes.
Right.
Well, it looks so far that it's turning into like a clear blue.
Okay,
right?
so where's your indicator chart so that you would know? If you hold up your
This dissolved oxygen. Yeah, 4 ppm.
okay, so it's more pink than orange, you would say?
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 parts per.
Our temperature we got like
It's hard to tell, but we say 8.
All right, so if 8, 10, and 12 are that would mean then?
it has to range between 8 to 12.
Okay, and what would be then your best guess of what
10.
would that temperature?
10 since it's the middle.
since it's the one in the middle, right? Okay, so your average then would be good. So you have 10. Your pH came up as 7. The other group came up as 8. So let's see what you guys got and see what might be a
It's
reason.
more clear. It's a clear green.
Okay, so you guys, when you
So it's
tested
basic. We got a basic.
for 7,
Isn't it basic?
is 7 basic?
I mean, neutral,
acidic, or
neutral.
There you go. So it's neutral. All right, but you also, yeah, you're good because you filled it to the right line, right? It goes to 10 milliliters, right? So they have 7. That group has 8. We'll double check. What did you get for turbidity?
Turbidity,
Is that the little one?
That's your little black and white disc down at the bottom.
Oh.
So it's 0 JTUs. You think it's pretty clear?
Yeah.
I would say yes.
It's pretty clean.
Okay. Did you get anything for nitrates?
nitrate, no. We got 0.
Okay. So you know that it's 0 because it didn't turn any of these colors. Right. But we're still working on our phosphate, right? Okay, and it's already starting to show up a little bit blue. So you think that there might be some phosphates in there? Okay. What do we have on your guys' charts?
Which one?
Where are we at? Where are we at?
Your pH.
pH? That's your pH?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Really?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So we have 3 groups and 3 different pHs. I'm thinking something might be wrong. All right, so let's see your pH tablets. So you have your pH wide range, and what are you supposed to do? How do you get your pH?
What you do for your pH is you collect the water from the water plant, and then you drop your level, the tablet, into the water.
Okay, so we drop the tablet. We drop 1 tablet or 2 tablets?
1.
1 tablet. How high are you supposed to fill this?
To this level here.
To the 10,
Yeah.
right?